Hey everybody, happy Friday. Planted Aquarium MN, just bringing you another video here, an update on the 75 planted jungle here in front of me. Picked up some additional plants, had them delivered today. Actually, I ordered these on Monday and they arrived today. Some red Ludwigia, Peruensis, Glandulosa, to replace the plant that I already have in my aquarium. Same plant. It's just the bottom leaves on these stems are so shaded. They've been dropping like crazy. They're not getting a lot of light because the Taiwan moss I have growing on my manzanita branch. So I picked up some new stems. I'm probably going to try and relocate those, maybe put them over in this corner here, see if they get a little more light. And I picked up some crypts to go underneath here where it's getting all the shade. So I don't know. I got to figure out where I'm going to put everything here eventually. But yeah, anyways, most of my plants, I order from the, other members on the Planted Tank Forum. If you guys haven't visited the Planted Tank Forum, if you're into planted aquariums, or you just like live plants in your cichlid tanks or whatever, if you're not a member of the Planted Tank Forum, I would suggest you check it out, join, register. Those guys over there, there's a lot of people selling plants, and the stuff that I've bought from other members on that website, everything's just been fantastic. In fact, 90% of the plants in this aquarium I've bought from other Planted Tank Forum members. They know how to ship, service is great, communication is great, the price can't be beat. There's also a lot of guys that give stuff away over there through random acts of kindness. They call them RAOKs. They give away snails and food and shrimp and plants and things like that. So to help other members in the hobby get started and whatever. So check it out. But I ordered these from a company, Planted Aquarium Central. And second time I've ordered plants through them, and I've been satisfied with what I've got. But I ordered these early Monday morning, and I also ordered from another company that I'm going to remain nameless, and I have nothing positive to say about them, unfortunately. It's my second order through them. The first order that I got through them was for some Blixa japonica. I ordered 3 stems of it. I got 3 little tiny chunks of Blixa that weren't any bigger than half the size of my thumb. And their website said that these things were 5 inches in size, and that was complete BS. And I gave them a second chance. I give everybody a second chance. I did with that Fluval E300 heater here. First one I got burned out. I picked up another one, give them a second chance, and it's working out well. But this other plant company that's going to remain nameless, I ordered my plants the same time that I ordered these here. Now these are already sitting in my house in front of my aquarium. My other order hasn't even been shipped yet. And they ship only on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Saturdays, but when I order at 7 in the morning on a Monday, I'm assuming that that's enough time for them to get the shipment out that day, or at worst case, that following day on Tuesday. So I'm just not real happy with the lack of speed and from the first order, the lack of quality. So, but normally I like to order from guys on the Planted Tank Forum, but, there's just those times when jumping on a website and just clicking on something and adding it to your shopping cart just, it's a little quicker, it's a little easier, and it just works better. So, but I'm going to be moving things around again this week during maintenance day on Sunday, and again another trimming. I did a huge trimming last week and got rid of a big mound of Glosso, and this stuff filled up the bottom of a 5-gallon pail, just the stuff I pulled out of this area right here. Left a few runners in there to kind of fill it back in. But I took out that big massive clump of Glosso and sold that on the Planted Tank Forum. Got that sent out to New York to some guy. But I also picked up some crypts. There's a crypt Retrospiralis in this box, and then coming from the other place, if I ever get it, is a couple of crypt Wendtii reds and a Wendtii green that are going to go underneath this manzanita branch where it's getting shaded by that Taiwan moss. And, I like crypts, but in my tanks I like to try things that are a little more sensitive and a little more geared for high tech. And crypts are kind of a beginner low light plant, but they do so good in shade and don't require a lot of light that I figured, they're going to do fantastic down in here. The other nice thing about crypts is they're really not a messy plant. And, there's just some plants that are just messy. And to me, I got some stargrass growing here, and I like the looks of stargrass, but to me, stargrass, it's so sensitive, and it can melt, half of it can just melt away overnight for no apparent reason. And it just, to me, it just seems messy. Blixa japonica, it's a nice clean plant. This Ludwigia inclinata is a nice clean plant. Tiger lotuses are nice clean plants. I just like nice clean plants, and crypts, fit that mold. But again, they're kind of a beginner plant, and I like to try things a little more challenging in this aquarium with the CO2 and the high light. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't think there's many plants that can tolerate the shade back down in there. So we'll see how that goes and how the crypts look when they get in. But I'll be doing another big trim on this aquarium this weekend. I'll probably be pulling out a couple of these smaller red tiger lotus plants I have growing here. There's one there, there's one there, and then I got the bigger one over here. I pulled a few big pads off of this last week, and it's already shot up a bunch more, and pretty massive size. I mean, these pads are bigger than my hand, but it's kind of typical for that plant. Low light, not a lot of needs, and they send out big leaves. But gorgeous contrast there with everything else. But anyways, if anybody wants to know who that other company is that I just can't endorse and I just won't do business with again, feel free to private message me. But I'm not going to name them or put them in my notes or anything like this on this video post. But anyways, that's what's going on here. Just a couple more plants and a little maintenance plan this weekend, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to open up this box and maybe I'll show you what I got out of it. All right, I got the box opened up here. One thing I just want to point out, now this guy does a pretty good job shipping, but he does wrap his stuff in this pink insulation. And a lot of people are sensitive to that, maybe even allergic, but it's itchy. Sometimes it can make a mess, whatever. It does a great job protecting the plants, keeping them nice and cozy when it's cold out here. I live up in Minnesota where it's pretty damn cold most of the time of the year, so I appreciate the insulation. Not enough guys know how to ship into cold climates. There's a lot of people that live out in California and on the East Coast and down south that are a little ignorant to how cold it gets up here in Minnesota during the wintertime. But, nevertheless, this guy does a great job shipping into cold weather climates. I appreciate that. But just a word of caution, he does use this pink insulation. So, but here's the plants in here. Ludwigia, Glandulosa, Peruensis. It's a colorful red plant. The Crypt Retrospiralis is in here. And let me put the camera down and pop it open. We'll check out how, the quality of these stems. All right, everybody, got the plants open up. Now, this is a real pleasant surprise. And this is, he did the same thing the first time I ordered from him. I only ordered one bunch of this red Ludwigia here, and he sent me 2 full bunches of that. And I only ordered one of these Crypt Retrospiralises here, and he sent me 3 individual plants. And so he does a great job, very generous. I would, if you haven't checked out Planted Aquarium Central, give him a shout. But, he does a great job. Like I said, last time I ordered from him, he gave me more than what I ordered, and he did it again this time. But the plants look incredibly healthy, good root development on these Retrospiralis. It's a longer leaf type crypt here. And, I wanted something with a little longer leaf than the standard crypts. And this, red Ludwigia here, looking real good. Everything's looking real healthy here on these stems as well. So I'm going to drop those in the tank, let them float for a while. Probably won't get around to planting them until tomorrow. Hopefully the other order shows up as well. That's not going to show up. It hasn't even shipped. But anyways, I'm going to get those dropped in the aquarium. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop me a note. Otherwise, I appreciate everybody watching as always. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Check out the Planted Tank Forum website. And everybody have a great weekend. Later.